Keean Bexte for the counter signal in Calgary, Alberta, outside of the Fairmont Palliser, where Justin Trudeau has arrived with his security team, which you can see behind me, so that he can speak with Premier Jason Kenney and Mayor Naheed Nenshi. Now, we got the press release saying that he was going to be here and that journalists were welcome, open coverage even. However, when we came up to the mezzanine level of the Fairmont, well, they said that no, only 5 journalists are getting let in, and they are with the CBC and the Canadian Press and 1 radio journalist and a couple others. So it's not actually open coverage. They were ready to kick us out, actually.
All right. My understanding is that the media pool has already been invited.
Yeah, I have the email if you want to check that.
And we're going to talk about it downstairs. Let's go.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Classy. Do you know, is Kenny coming through this way, or is he coming from downstairs?
On floor? Yeah.
Just wait a second. Terry, you don't have the stones to kick me out yourself?
I'm sorry?
You don't have the stones to kick me out yourself? Why is it that Justin Trudeau only allows favorable media, mainly state media, to come and ask him questions when he comes to Calgary? He's starting an election campaign. Wouldn't you think that he would want to speak with media? Wouldn't you think he'd want to speak with media, Terry? I certainly don't want to upset you. I know you're prone to assaulting people.
Okay. Come speak with me. We're going to go talk downstairs.
We got the invite. It said it was open media.
This isn't me. I don't invite anyone.
You don't. I respect the job that you do. I know it must be tough.
I have zero control over who's invited.
I know, it's that guy right there.
So, just so we're clear, I can make this more clear. I personally don't really have a preference.
Yeah.
But I don't control the environment.
I get that.
Yeah.
I appreciate the work you do.
So, anyhow,
Don't want to put you out.
Have
Thanks so
a
much.
safe day, okay?
You as well. Take care.
That went about as I expected it. I met my old friend Terry Guion, that absolute loser who used to work for the Parliamentary Press Gallery, and when Justin Trudeau realized what an asset he was to protecting his ego, he hired him to a partisan position within his Prime Minister's office. And now his job is kicking out any journalist who he knows is not going to ask Justin Trudeau what kind of shampoo he uses. So, of course, I wasn't able to ask Justin Trudeau any questions. I wasn't allowed to be a part of the press pool that was consisting of 5 journalists, most of them with the CBC, the state broadcaster, and the Canadian Press. So here I am waiting outside for Premier Jason Kenney to come with his executive protection unit and come in and meet with Justin Trudeau. I want to ask him a very direct question. If he is going to ask for support to help with the terrorist rampage that is gripping Alberta and British Columbia right now. These church burnings, if they were mosques, Justin Trudeau, I have no doubt, would have dispatched the military to protect mosques. That's what Justin Trudeau would do for mosques. And I want to know what Jason Kenney is going to ask him to do for churches. Let's see what he says.
You right here, sir? Premier, are you going to ask for help for the terrorist attacks that have been hitting Alberta churches? Premier, are you going to be asking for help?
Well, it seems like Premier Jason Kenney was in a bit of a sour mood today. I have to admit I would be too if I had to spend an hour with that Laurentian elite from Ottawa. Now here's the situation, and this is why I'm frustrated. Justin Trudeau is not coming to the Stampede. He rarely comes to Alberta. And when he does, it's a very rare opportunity for journalists like myself to ask questions of him that the mainstream media won't ask, and to relay those answers to people like you, people who don't watch the CBC or Global News or other mainstream media drivel. Justin Trudeau is doing as well as he is doing in the polls because he knows to protect himself against tough questions. That's why he allows the mainstream media in. That's why he doesn't allow people who are going to ask critical questions of him. But I'm going to keep on this beat In the lead up to the election, I'm going to keep asking him questions as best as I can. I'm going to keep asking Jason Kenney questions, and you can follow along right here. I just ask that you like and subscribe right here at the Counter Signal. Thanks for following along.